went across town to visit the pride of El Cajon and see another form of art at its best, at the Taylor Guitar Factory. Inside, I was stoked to meet Taylor Guitar founder Bob Taylor, who told me how it all started.
Well, I made my first guitar when I was 17 years old.
Really?
In 11th grade in high school. Right?
No kidding.
Madison High School, right here in San Diego.
Okay.
And gosh, when I was a senior, I made 2 more guitars. And it was right during that time I thought, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. Like, that's a scary thought. How are you going to do that? And I found a little job at a little shop in Lemon Grove called the American Dream. I got a job there working on guitars, and with one of the fellows that works there. There was actually 2 of us to start, but so there were 3 of us that started, and I was 19 years old when we started this company.
I think that's one of my favorite things ever, is to hear a story about someone going after their dream. That's the story of Bob Taylor. He built his first guitar in hopes of selling it to postpone getting a real job. And today, it's turned into this.
Now we make 340 guitars a day, 80,000 guitars a year. Wow. I think we're approaching having made 1 million guitars.
No kidding. How many employees?
Well, we have about 325 here in El Cajon, and we have a nice little factory in Tecate, Mexico too, with about 170 people there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever think it would get as big as it is?
No. I mean, who would ever think that? You know, in the beginning, it's like, hey, let's make guitars, let's find some dealers, but our brand has grown, the guitars are good quality, people like them, and it's just really grown. We've been very fortunate.
What's your favorite thing about doing what you do?
Machines.
Really?
Smell of wood, making stuff, playing guitars when it's all done. I mean, this thing took guitars and making stuff. I made stuff when I was a kid. I made everything I owned, you know. And I was a total wood shop, metal shop nerd, that whole thing. So it just combines everything. I like making stuff. And gosh, I mean, who doesn't want a factory? I love them.
I love them too. I want my own factory. As we walked around Bob's factory, I noticed this amazing laser machine cutting out guitar faces.
Well, we live in this really great, it's a golden age of small manufacturing. This place might look big, but it's small, you know? And if you think about how a digital camera in Photoshop has changed a regular person's life, or how home video has changed people, that same revolution of the personal computer and all the things that it can do for you has changed manufacturing. And so people started saying, hey, we could use a computer to drive a little laser and find a market for it. So these machines became available, and we are always looking for the latest thing. And we started that using lasers, I don't know, 15 years ago, with small little things that would barely even function, you know, doing little tiny jobs. But the machines got better, and we exploit the capabilities, and it's crazy to watch, isn't it?
So cool, man. I love it.
Really is cool. I mean, when you think we used to do that with a pencil and a bandsaw and a router, and noisy Neanderthal machines, and now it's just like, oh, how elegant.
This place runs like a well-oiled machine. It's pretty cool to see. In fact, if you'd like to check it out and go behind the scenes, Taylor Guitar gives factory tours every week. Over the years, Bob's guitars have become pretty popular in the professional world, which includes some very big names.
Okay, if you're my age, you're gonna remember Neil Young, right? I got to tell you, he's the first guy that ever played our guitars. It's unbelievable.
Really?
John Fogerty from Creedence Clearwater Revival, or Kenny Loggins, people like that. And if you fast forward into, you know, music that's happening now, Jason Mraz, Jewel, you know, the Taylor Swift guitar. We're just releasing a little, our baby Taylor in a Taylor Swift model, and it's going to blow up. We've been working with Taylor since she was 12 years old, and she's a great friend, and it's exciting to see her career just do what it's done. And you know, we sort of helped her out, and now she's helping us out. Isn't it something?
So cool.
Yeah.
You know everybody. You know, I see everybody playing Taylor's. Who on your phone right now could you call right now? Give me one big name you could pick up and call right now.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
Could you call Taylor Swift right now if you wanted to?
Call, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool, man. I love that. I wish that was you.
Doesn't that thing sound good?
Bob has got to be one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet. Next, we sat down for a little jam session.
I mean, you make all this stuff with machines
Amazing.
and people that really know what they're doing, and when you're done, you get to play them. It's like being a cook, you know?
Right. Definitely a man with passion for what he does. I love it. Before we left, I hung out in the gift shop. My dad tested out a few guitars, and Bob signed a t-shirt for me. My time at Taylor Guitar was awesome, much like my time in El Cajon. Some call this area the Valley or the Box. If you live at the beach, you call it way out east. But whatever the case is, I think El Cajon is a great part of San Diego.
Where the sky lifts up beyond the open